So, like a lot of people, I grew up in the church. I knew the Bible forwards, backwards, upside down, and basically any way that you looked at it. And it never really made an impact on my life. When I was in high school, I just kind of wandered from place to place. I never really had a purpose. I was involved in a lot of organizations, and I had a lot of friends, and I was involved in some relationships that were my whole purpose and my whole being, and I invested in them wholeheartedly. And I always expected that at the end, or when I was finished with those things, or when I would do those certain things, that at the end I would just get this overwhelming sense of satisfaction and just fulfillment and finalization. And when I would get to the end of those things, or when I would do those activities, it would just leave me with an empty feeling. I would be satisfied, but then it would go away just as quickly as it had come. And it just continued on through all 4 years of high school. And when I got to college, I knew that I had a choice to make. And I could either continue on seeking my fulfillment in those things, in those activities, and continue on this road of just satisfaction and then it being gone just as quickly as it came. Or I could choose to do this spiritual thing that I had heard a lot about as a kid, but never actually really investigated. And looking at the two things, I thought, well, I've been trying to find fulfillment in these worldly things. I might as well just try this other idea. And so I did, and I got involved in a campus ministry, and it was awesome from the start. And the people just welcomed me so much, and I was really afraid that when I finally opened up to them about my past and my history and the things that I had done, that they would turn me away and that they would shut me down and it would be over. But when I did finally share those things with them, they just enveloped me with this love that I had never experienced before. They loved me all the more for it. They shared with me their same experiences that really paralleled a lot of my own. And they just loved me in such a unique and genuine way that I had never felt before. And I realized that this was something that was real, and I slowly began to feel this fulfillment and this satisfaction in my life where I had never felt it before. And I finally felt that sense of just being whole as an individual and finally having a reason to exist. And so in January, I chose to not keep God confined to a section of my life, not just keep him in church on Sundays, but to give him my whole life and to let him take control. And ever since then, I have just had this wonderful feeling of purpose in my life. And I don't have it all figured out. I don't always know where I'm going with this life, but I know that Jesus is my reason for existing, and that's what the difference is.